Central Missouri women's basketball team finishes up our favorite topic of conversation over the last couple of weeks, a 3-game stand with top 10 ranked teams. Saving the best for last, the Jennies welcome nationally ranked number 1 and undefeated Emporia State to the multi in Warrensburg. Almost 3 minutes go by in the first half of this one before either team scores. UCM on the board first, though, Ravonia Howard scoring back-to-back, and the Jennies are up 4-0 pretty early here. Danielle Randall off the bench for UCM. She drives, then stops to shoot. Bucket is good. 8-7 Gens, 12:25 on the clock. Taylor Wicks' three-pointer looks so easy for her. UCM up 11-9. Brielle Watley gets the defender on a crossover, shoots from about 15 feet. It's good, 15-11 Gens. Neither team gonna let this get out of hand though. Kelsey Barnwell open in the corner and she sinks a three. Emporia takes the lead 16-15, 8:50 on the clock. Gens back on top, Shelby Winkleman's steal and a layup. UCM up 19-16. Justina Prairie Chief sees a little hole she can get through, takes the ball to the basket for the score. It's 23-19 Jennies. But again, we know the Hornets will battle. Kelly Moten goes in for the bucket. It's good. She draws the foul, makes good on the three-point play. Emporia back on top, 26-25, 4:26 to halftime. Catherine Flott, power dribble, scores over the defense. Visiting Hornets holding a 4-point lead now. Clock ticking down to the break. Emporia uses a loose ball to its advantage. Ashton Brunner gets the score. Hornets up 6. Buzzer sounds about 10 seconds later. Teams go to the locker rooms. And at halftime, Emporia State leads Central Missouri 33-27. Howard playing great down low so far for the Jennies. She's got 10 points and 7 rebounds. Emporia is shooting just 41%. 38% for UCM. All right, second half highlights now. Prairie Chief and Danielle Berry working the inbounds play to perfection. Gens trail 39-37 at the 16:27 mark. Back-to-back three-pointers for Emporia in less than 30 seconds puts a little damper on UCM. Christy Miller hits the second one here. Hornets out to a 9-point lead. Back to the Gens. Howard goes over her shoulder with the pass to Prairie Chief. Easy bucket. UCM down 49-44. Howard with the ball, works around the defender, tosses up the score, makes it a 3-point play after the foul too. Emporia still leading 51-47. The Jennies and Hornets hit about a 5-minute stretch of not scoring a single field goal. Both teams score, then they go another 3 minutes of only foul shots. So here we are at the end of the game, 1:13 on the clock. UCM has cut it to a 1-point game, and then Emporia leaves Howard wide open. Embray gives her the ball. Jennies are in the lead, 61-60. Emporia's Barnwell fouled while driving. She misses the first at the line, makes the second, tie game at 61, 59 seconds left. UCM commits a turnover but makes up for it with 16 seconds by forcing one on the other end. Timeout for head coach Dave Slifer. Jennies have 13 seconds. Game is still tied. Winkleman with the ball. She drives. Foul called on Emporia's Addie Lackey. 4 seconds on the clock. Winkleman sinks the first one. UCM now up 62-61. On the second shot, Prairie Chief is called for a lane violation. That puts the ball in Emporia's hands with 4 seconds. Hornets going for the game winner. It's going to be Moten trying for a three. No good. Central Missouri upsets number 1 ranked and previously unbeaten Emporia State 62-61.
Well, after this long week, I am so proud of the energy level and the way that our kids played today. They were just locked in defensively. Thought that's as well as we played defensively all year long, and most of it was man today. And it's so strange because I never know whether it's going to be man or zone, because sometimes man works better and sometimes zone does. And tonight, man worked out pretty well. We started rebounding the ball defensively in the last 7-8 minutes of the game, allowed us to get back into the thing.
That was the first time in a decade that the Central Missouri women have beaten Emporia State. It was also win number 590 of Coach Slifer's career. One of the keys to the victory was the Jennies picking up 19 points off turnovers, 13 of those points coming in the second half.
Our last game on Thursday, we had a big problem with effort. Like, the coaches were stressing that we didn't have a lot of effort, and I think today we definitely kept that in mind, and we played hard, and we tried to be tougher than them, and they're a really great team. And yeah, we just made big plays. We got a lot of hustle plays, and it ended up favoring our way this time. So we did what we needed to do.
We stayed patient. We did get down, and I thought our point guard play was very, very good. There's not going to be a lot of numbers from our point guards, but Brianna Embry guarded Moten, their player who is exceptionally talented, and really made her life miserable. And she was a little bit off kilter, and she missed a lot of shots.
Defense being a huge key to this game, UCM held Emporia State to 35% shooting. Ravonia Howard led the way for the Jennies with 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocks.
Anybody that's watched us play know that we don't get many assists. We put the ball on the floor. Now, with the way the rules are nowadays, you've got to be a pretty good defensive team not to foul. And we finally got Emporia in foul trouble, got to the free throw line, made free throws, and the big key, Ravonia Howard just played the best that she's played all year long, and we were needing her to, and she did.
I think we're the team to beat now. I think teams feel like we're the team to beat now, so we just got the X on our back, but we can withstand the challenge. We got it.
Justina Prairie Chief added 14 points and 9 rebounds. Shelby Winkleman had 10 points and 2 steals. UCM is now 11-4 on the season, 5-2 in MIAA games, and currently sitting in 5th place in the league standings. Jennies are going on the road for one game next week at Missouri Western, and from there on out, all road games are at least in the state of Missouri. In Warrensburg, for UCMathletics.com, I'm Katie Smith.